interesting one. We put this together and we were turning it over to start to gap the rings, and we noticed a hard spot on the crank. And I'm focusing in on this. You see this guy here? We didn't see that initially. What I did is I hooked up my drill and spun it, and we heard knocking. And I was like, what is knocking? And we kept looking, and we eventually saw this come up. Well, I was like, what did we do? Well, we put the cam in. This cam bolt is like millimeters too long, and rubs the counterbalance. Bring the counterbalance down. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, right there. Yep, you can see where it was. This bolt hole grinds the counterbalance. Unbelievable. Crickets are with us. We're gapping this new motor. It's a very low mileage engine. So my buddy Cameron was like, you absolutely need to check the gap. So stuff that guy in there. What do we find out the top ring was?
That's a 10.
It's a 10. Yes, it's extremely tight.
Somewhere here. Yep.
Yep, it's a 10 gap, which we want to be at like a 24. So I think the shortest I've ever seen, tightest gap I've ever seen is about a 17, and this was a 10. So this, for an extreme situation, this would have had an issue, I bet.
Yeah.
It's really tight. I mean, there's almost no, take a look at that. There's almost nothing there. That thing would have butt, for sure. Okay, boys, after all that ring gapping, which was kind of monotonous, I've done it before, so I actually ran out of battery on the GoPro doing the time-lapse from the garage door opener. So we cut ahead, and here we are. And I put the stock heads and everything that came with this right back on. Some beautiful Castech 706s, some glorious buttes, and of course I copper sprayed very lightly my stock head gaskets and put them right back on. I torqued my head bolts to 65 pounds. It's ready to go, and I'm going to install for fun. I'm going to try this guy's valve spring kit that he sent me in the mail time, 650 singles, just for fun. I have my Pack 1218s over here. with my Illuma Boy as backup, and we're going ahead full steam with the 4.8, basically what I had in. So more to come with the dwell and some other issues, why I think it was blowing up. Some people are keen to this already, but we're going to put this guy right back in and work on Einstein's definition of madness, which is trying the same thing and expecting different results. So that's what's to come, is I'm going to do the valve springs, and I got to cut a windage tray. I think I got an extra upstairs in the warehouse. And then drop the pan on, put the motor in, fire it up. Pretty much good to go in that order. And get her going again, and we'll film 40 seconds worth of idle clips and make a video, and then hopefully it doesn't all end in tears, boys. So that's it for just tonight. Do some valve springs and cut the pan and jam this thing in, and ready to rock. All my cricket boys are quiet now. Kind of feels quiet without them.